All right, Mr. Ocici, it's always nice to have you on the show, Money and Markets. How would you rate the enterprise growth this year?
I think it has been a mixed picture. Some businesses have done very well, but many also have suffered. The big ones have suffered. Some big ones have done so well, but the small ones have also struggled. But also many new ones have been able to enter the market. It's a mixed picture.
Sir, what have been the major issues that enterprises have had to deal with this year?
Among the many challenges that enterprises are facing this year have been the traditional aspects of accessing finance. And many of them are because people have not been able to create track records that make them attractive to potential financiers. Banks ride on the word trust. Trust is not announced, and you don't create a trust by just bringing your land title to the bank. We want to see, what have you been doing? Where are your sales? Who are your kind of constant customers? Give us that picture and we begin to know the kind of journey that you are walking. But just standing up with your land title when you are in need of liquidity, no bank will be in a hurry to do that unless they are just money sharks.
And what has helped those that have been able to succeed?
The ones that have been able to succeed is a combination of things. But one thing that you must never put away from any business is, to what extent did you serve a customer and the customer was happy and returned to consume that product? We call that one repeat business. If the customer returned, to what extent did such a customer who has friends, who has relatives, refer you to other business opportunities or customers? And if that has been happening, I now ask the next question, which is, how are you able to finance that growth that's being informed by rising stable customer base? Managing your finances and retaining customers are key elements for continuity of any business that survives in any market.
Relatedly, as a country, how can we build strong businesses that can do business beyond borders of Uganda?
A few things we need to appreciate as a nation. The first thing is that businesses are never built on sympathy grounds. In other words, if as a nation we have given money to the youth, tell the youth that we have given you this money, but the customer is not going to come from you just because of your age. If we have given money to agriculture, tell the farmer, nobody will come and buy your produce just because you got money from government or just because you're a farmer. We buy from you because what you are selling meets the minimum expectations of the buyer. So as a nation, we need to get that message out and get it out firmly. Number two, as a nation, we need to prepare Ugandans for a game that I call business unusual. If you fix the infrastructure of roads, energy, railway, you open up your country for investors that are called foreign direct investors of a certain scale of capital, scale of experience, scale of connections. If you do not prepare the local entrepreneurs for such a changed environment, as a nation we shall find many of our own businesses failing to perform, even with a good policy of BUBU. Because BUBU only works if the producer of a local solution meets the minimum expectations of the consumer. If you don't, you can chorus BUBU, you can sing BUBU. Nobody will buy things that do not fit their minimum expectations.
All right, so it was nice having you on the show.
Thank you. Thank you.